In the last few acts, Touchstone has convinced Audrey to marry him.
Orlando is injured saving the life of his villainous brother, Oliver.
Oliver repents for all his past sins to his brother, and then goes to deliver the news of Orlando's injury to the young man named Ganymede,
who is really Rosalind in disguise. Rosalind has still not revealed that she is the woman Orlando has been in love with all this time.
Upon their meeting, Oliver and Celia fall hopelessly in love with each other.
And Rosalind, distraught over Orlando's injury, begins to slip up in her disguise.
Is it possible that on so little acquaintance, you should like her? But seeing you should love her? And loving woo? And by wooing, she should grant? And will you persevere to enjoy her?
Neither call the giddiness of it in question, the poverty of her, the small acquaintance, my sudden wooing, nor her sudden consenting. But say with me, I love Aliena. Say with her that she loves me. Consent with both that we may enjoy each other. It shall be to your good, for my father's house and all the revenue that was old Sir Roland's will I estate upon you, and here live and die a shepherd.
You have my consent. Let your wedding be tomorrow. Thither will I invite the Duke and all's contented followers. Go you and prepare Aliena, for look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And you, fair sister.
Oh, my dear Orlando, how it grieves me to see thee wear thy heart in a scarf.
It is my arm.
I thought thy heart had been wounded with the claws of a lion.
Wounded it is, but with the eyes of a lady.
Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited to swoon when he showed me your handkerchief?
Aye, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. Nay, 'tis true. There was never anything so sudden but the fight of 2 rams and Caesar's thrasonical brag of I came, I saw, and overcame. For your brother and my sister no sooner met, but they looked. No sooner looked, but they loved. No sooner loved, but they sighed. No sooner sighed, but they asked one another the reason. No sooner knew the reason, but they sought the remedy. And in these degrees have they made a pair of stairs to marriage, which they will climb incontinent or else be incontinent before marriage. They are in the very wrath of love, and they will together. Clubs cannot part them.
They shall be married tomorrow, and I will bid the Duke to the nuptial. But how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes. By so much the more shall I tomorrow be at the height of heart heaviness, by how much I shall think my brother happy in having what he wishes for.
Why then, tomorrow I cannot serve your turn for Rosalind?
I can no longer live by thinking.
I will weary you then no longer with idle talking. Know of me then, for now I speak to some purpose, that I know you are a gentleman of good conceit. I speak not this that you should bear a good opinion of my knowledge, insomuch I say I know you are, neither do I labor for a greater esteem than may in some little measure draw a belief from you to do yourself good and not to grace me. Believe then, if you please, that I can do strange things. I have, since I was 3-year-old, conversed with a magician, most profound in his art, and yet not damnable. If you do love Rosalind, so near the heart as your gesture cries it out, when your brother marries Aliena, shall you marry her? I know into what straits of fortune she is driven, and it is not impossible to me, if it appear not inconvenient to you, to set her before your eyes tomorrow, human as she is, and without any danger.
Speaks thou in sober meaning?
By my life, I do, which I tender dearly, though I say I am a magician. Therefore, put you in your best array, bid your friends, for if you will be married tomorrow, you shall. And to Rosalind, if you will. Look, here comes a lover of mine and a lover of hers.
Yoo-hoo! Youth, you have done me much ungentleness to show the letter that I writ you.
I care not if I have. It is my study to seem despiteful and ungentle to you. You are there followed by a faithful shepherd. Look upon him, love him, he worships you.
Good shepherd, tell this youth what 'tis to love.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of faith and service, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of fantasy, all made of passion, and all made of wishes. All adoration, duty, and observance. All humbleness, all patience and impatience, all purity, all trial, all observance. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
So am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
No, why do you speak to? Why blame you me to love you?
To her that is not here, nor doth not hear.
Pray you no more of this. Ooh, 'tis like the howling of Irish wolves against the moon. I will help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Tomorrow, meet me all together. I will marry you if ever I marry woman, and I'll be married tomorrow. I will satisfy you if ever I satisfy man, and you shall be married tomorrow. I will content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. As you love Rosalind, meet. As you love Phoebe, meet. And as I love no woman, I'll meet. Fare you well, I have left you commands.
I'll not fail if I live.
Nor I.
Nor I.
Oh, tomorrow is the joyful day, Audrey. Tomorrow will we be married.
I do desire it with all my heart, and I hope it is no dishonest desire to be a woman of the world. Here come two of the banished Duke's pages.
Oh, by my troth, well met. Come, sit, and a song.
We offer you to sit in the middle.
Shall we clap into it roundly, without hawking or spitting or saying we are hoarse, which are the only prologues to a bad voice?
In faith, and both in tune, like two gypsies on a horse. It was a lover and his lass, with a hey and a ho and a hey na need no.
That o'er the green cornfield did pass with thing time, the only pretty ring time.
When birds do sing, hey ding a ding a ding,
Sweet lovers love the spring.
and therefore take the present time with a hey and a ho and a hey na need no.
For love is crowned with the prime in springtime, the only pretty ring time.
When birds
do sing, hey ding a ding ding, sweet lovers love of the spring.
Truly, young gentlemen, there was no great matter in the ditty, yet the note was very untunable.
You are deceived, sir. We kept time. We lost not our time.
By my God, yes, I counted the time lost to hear such a foolish song. God be with you, and God mend your voices. Come, Audrey.
Dost thou believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all this that he hath promised?
I sometimes do believe and sometimes do not, just as those that fear they hope and know they fear.
Patience once more whiles our compact is urged. You say, if I bring in your Rosalind, you will bestow her on Orlando here?
That would I, had I kingdoms to give with her.
And you say you will have her when I bring her?
That would I, were I of all kingdoms king.
You say you'll marry me if I be willing?
That will I, should I die the hour after.
But if you do refuse to marry me, you'll give yourself to this most faithful shepherd?
So is the bargain.
You say that you'll have Phoebe if she will.
Oh, to have her and death were both one thing.
I have promised to make all this matter even. Keep you your word, O Duke, to give your daughter, you yours, Orlando, to receive his daughter. Keep you your word, Phoebe, that you'll marry me, or else refusing me to wed the shepherd. Keep your word, Silvius, that you'll marry her if she refuse me. And from hence I go to make all these doubts even.
I do remember in the shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favor.
My lord, the first time that I ever saw him, I thought he was brother to your daughter. But my good lord, this boy is forest-born, and hath been tutored in the rudiments of many desperate studies by his uncle, whom he reports to be a great magician obscured in the circle of this forest.
Huh.
They're showing of the flood toward, and these couples are coming to the ark. Here comes a pair of very strange beasts, which in all tongues are called fools.
Oh, salutation and greeting to you all.
With my lord bid him welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman that I have so often met in the forest. He hath been a courtier, he swears.
If any man doubt that, let him put me to my purgation. I have trot a measure. I have flattered a lady. I have been politic with my friend, smooth with mine enemy. I have undone 3 tailors. I have had 4 quarrels and like to have fought 1.
And how was that, Tana?
Oh, faith. We met and found the quarrel was upon the 7th cause.
How 7th cause? Good my lord, like this fellow.
I like him very well.
God yield you, sir. I desire you of the like. I press in here, sir, amongst the rest of the country copulatives, to swear and to forswear according as marriage binds and blood breaks. A poor virgin, sir, an ill-favored thing, but mine own, A poor humor of mine, sir, to take that no man else will. Rich honesty dwells like a miser, sir, in a poor house, as your pearl in your foul oyster.
By my faith, he is very swift and sententious.
According to the fool's bolt, sir, and such dulcet diseases.
But for the seventh cause, how did you find the quarrel on the seventh cause?
Upon a lie 7 times removed. Bear your body more seeming, Audrey. And thus, sir, I did dislike the cut of a certain courtier's beard. He sent me word, if I said his beard was not cut well, he was in the mind, it was. Then, this is called the retort courteous. If I sent him word again it was not well cut, he would send me word he cut it to please himself. This is called the quip modest. If again it was not well cut, he disabled my judgment. This is called the reply churlish. If again it was not well cut, he would answer, I spake not true. This is called the reproof valiant. If again it was not well cut, he would say, I lie. This is called the counter-check quarrelsome, and so to the lie circumstantial and the lie direct.
And how oft did you say his beard was not well cut?
I durst go no further than the lie circumstantial, nor he durst not give me the lie direct. And so we measured swords and parted.
Is not this a rare fellow, my lord? He's good at anything and yet a fool.
He uses his folly like a stalking horse, and under the presentation of that, he shoots his whip.
Then is there mirth in heaven, when earthly things made even atone together. Good Duke, receive thy daughter. Hymen from heaven brought her, yea, brought her hither, that thou mightst join her hand with his, whose heart within his bosom is.
To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true, why then, my love, adieu.
I'll have no father if you be not he. I'll have no husband if you be not he, nor ne'er wed woman if you be not she.
Peace, ho, I bar confusion, 'tis I must make conclusion. Of these most strange events, here's 8 that must take hands to join in Hymen's bands, if truth holds true contents. You and you no cross shall part. You and you are heart in heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman to your lord. You and you are sure together as the winter to foul weather. Whiles of wedlock hymn we sing, feed yourselves with questioning, that reason wonder may diminish, how thus we met and these things finish.
Oh, my dear niece, welcome thou art to me, even daughter, welcome in no less degree.
I will not eat my word. Now thou art mine, my faith, my fancy to thee doth combine.
Let me have audience for a word or two. I am the second son of old Sir Roland that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duke Frederick, hearing how that every day men of great worth resorted to this forest, addressed a mighty power, which were on foot in his own conduct purposely to take his brother here and put him to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood he came, where, meeting with an old religious man, after some question with him, was converted both from his enterprise and from the world, his crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all their lands restored to them again that were with him exiled. This to be true, I do engage my life.
Welcome, young man. Thou offerest fairly to thy brother's wedding. To one, his lands withheld, and to the other, a land itself at large, a potent dukedom. First, in this forest, let us do those ends that here were well begun and well begot, and after every of this happy number that have endured true days and nights with us, shall share the good of our returned fortune according to the measure of their states. Meantime, forget this new fallen dignity and fall into our rustic revelry. Play music! And you brides and bridegrooms all, with measure heaped in joy till those measures fall.
Sir, by your patience. If I heard you rightly, the Duke hath put on a religious life and thrown into neglect the pompous court.
Yeah.
To him will I. Out of these convertites there is much matter to be heard and learned. You, to your former honor I bequeath. Your patience and your virtue well deserves it. You, to a love that your true faith doth merit. You to your land and love and great allies. You to a long and well-deserved bed. And you to wrangling, for thy loving voyage is but for 2 months victualled. So to your pleasures. I am for other than for dancing measures.
Stay, Jaques. Stay.
To see no pastime, I. What you would have, I'll stay to know. At your abandoned cave.
Proceed. Proceed. We'll begin these rites as we do trust they'll end in true delights.
It is not the fashion to see the lady the epilogue, but it is no more unhandsome than to see the lord the prologue. If it be true that good wine needs no bush, 'tis true that a good play needs no epilogue. Yet to good wine they do use good bushes, and good plays prove the better by the help of a good epilogue. What a case am I in then, that am neither a good epilogue nor cannot insinuate with you in behalf of a good play. I am not furnished like a beggar, therefore to beg will not become me. My way is to conjure you, and I'll begin with the women. I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, to like as much of this play as please you. And I charge you, O men, for the love you bear to women, as I perceive by your simpering none of you hates them, that between you and the women the play may please. If I were a woman, I would kiss as many as had beards that pleased me, complexions that liked me, and breaths that I defied not. And I am sure as many as have good beards or good faces or sweet breaths will, for my kind offer, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell.